All right, let's get my afternoon jaunt. I got 5 hours off, so decided to take the N out to the end of the line, pay a visit to the sunset. This is the Sunset Dunes Park, which used to be part of the Great Highway. Very controversial endeavor, and I'll withhold my opinion on it, but anyway, I really try really hard. But it's great just to be out here, so I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't need to talk about it. I'm just going to say the air is bracing, and the ice plants are beautiful. So when I took the San Francisco humanities class at San Francisco State University back in '97 with I think the professor's name was Arthur, Dr. Arthur, and he was quite a character. City with sass, city with class. So anyway, we talked about the development, construction of Golden Gate Park, and basically the idea was the Great Highway was constructed as a windbreak between the beach and the rest of what was going on. So I don't know if it broke the wind or not. The wind seems to be fine. It doesn't seem to be broken. But anyway, be that as it may, the more interesting feature, I think, is the ice plants that have just the most beautiful blooms. And I guess you come out here in springtime, there's going to be a ton of them. But they really do have pretty blooms. And they kind of hold down the sand. That's their function. They're non-native, and you see them a lot around Northern California coast and stuff. But yeah, they planted them here specifically and purposely to keep the sand down so that they could, it would help maintain the use of the highway and keep the sand out of everything. So yeah, I just had a sandwich down there at Java Beach Cafe. Got fond memories of that place. About 20 years ago when I was hitting the recovery scene super hard. That would be like my last meeting of the day on the weekends sometimes for a bit. We'd do that midnight meeting. One of them, the first one, was like a meditation meeting where you sit there and don't say anything for 10 minutes. That's really hard for alcoholics. And then the other one was just like a regular type meeting. I don't remember. Oh, I think it was a study, big book study. And but it was fun, It's kind of like they need a place to go at night, especially when they're new, because they're used to going out and having fun. They got FOMO. They got bad FOMO. And so they feel like they're missing out on life if they're not in the bar anymore, like wasting all their time and money hanging out with people. So anyway, those midnight meetings kind of fill that hole for a while until you grow up and realize that there's a reason it's dark at night and light during the day, and you try to get some sleep. But I always like that place, and it seems to be definitely a chill spot. You know what I'm saying? Chill spot. Super chill, super chill. And it's nice and foggy out here today. It stays nice and cool. This is a air conditioning effect of the ocean. And this is your typical summer in the sunset. So I'm just going to keep walking and talking and talking and talking, because now, instead of Alcoholics Anonymous, I need to go to on and 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 Anonymous. And I think you figured out what that's for. That's for people who talk too much. You talk too much. So this is the eastern extreme of Golden Gate Park right here, that greenery right there. And that's the famous windmill that I don't remember exactly what the story was. There's two of them. But anyway, they've been there forever, and it's just another feature of the park. And I'm sure that there's people that'll tell me all about it, but I kind of forget the details. But what I want to do is just walk along the ocean front right here without getting a lot of sand in my shoes. So I'm going to stay up top and enjoy the ocean, San Francisco style. Now there are a lot of people out here who surf. The water's really cold, so most people, unless they're like crazy, wear a wetsuit, but they surf. And down here, down at the end down there, below the cliff house, that area of the water right there is called Kelly's Cove. And so that's where a lot of surfers go hang out and do their thing. And also just along this whole stretch, there's like a few miles of beach right here. So, you know, people come and surf in different spots. They all know their trip, you know. They park over there on the Great Highway, the street, the residential part, and put on their wetsuits and jump in the ocean. Of course, you have to be a strong swimmer, which I do not profess to be by any stretch of the imagination, to even dare to swim in the ocean here or surf or whatever. People literally get pulled out to sea here just walking along the river. I mean the ocean. And that's why they have this sign